smokes. Can you stand up for a minute for me real quick? I need to move this table back a little bit. I'm not going to fit in that corner. Thanks. That's cool. All right, so first name is Dung? Is that what you go by, or do you go by any other names?
I go by Tony.
Tony? Can I call you Tony?
Yeah.
Okay. Tony, my name is Jesse. I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office over here in Marin County. Isn't that you that asked where we were at earlier?
Hmm?
Isn't that you that asked me where we were at earlier? What county?
No.
Was that someone else?
I think that's someone else.
Okay. Like I said, I work for the Sheriff's Office, so I'm just here to talk to you about, what was going on tonight, okay? But before I do that, I'm going to read you your rights, all right? You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand? Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to the presence of an attorney before and during any questioning. Do you understand? If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you free of charge before any questioning if you want. Do you understand that? Okay. Having those rights in mind, do you want to talk to me about what's going on? So I got a pretty good idea about what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah? What was going on out there tonight? I want to hear your side of the story. I've kind of heard a few different stories. I want you to be honest with me, okay? I know a bit about you, okay? And I know what was going on tonight. So I'm not going to just sit here and, listen to stories go round and round.
Okay.
I just want you to be honest. And if you're not being honest, then...
I'm a real honest person.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to... Whatever I do, whatever, I'm not going to try to say anything, but it's like... Before I say anything, what was the people saying?
I'm not going to tell you what they were saying. I'm here to talk to you about your side of the story, and I'm here to get some honesty. I know exactly what happened tonight. We'll put it that way. Okay? Whatever anyone else is telling me, I know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm here to get your side of the story. Okay?
I mean, from what I have to tell you, this is my first time. He called me today.
Who called you?
The guy with the hat.
Which guy with the hat?
I'm not sure his name, but he goes by G's.
Goes by G's or G?
G.
So he looks like he's kind of Indian or Middle Eastern or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who was the other guy that was with you?
I don't know him.
Well, what does he look like?
Well, the guy that was sitting next to me in the car, he was bald and skinny.
Okay, so the same guy that was sitting next to you in the car that was with you tonight. So G called you up, and what did G say?
He called me up and he said he needed two.
Two what?
Two boats.
Two boats? Okay. Meaning, what does that mean? I mean, I know what that means. You know what that means. I want to make sure you know what you're talking about here. Ecstasy. Two what?
2 boats of ecstasy.
2 boats of ecstasy, which is how many?
I believe it's
1,000 each. So you're looking at 2,000 pills of ecstasy.
Yeah.
Okay. So G calls you up and says he needs 2,000 pills of ecstasy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so you come over.
And then I come over and all this stuff got caught.
So where were you? Did you ever give the pills to Ann Gadd, or did you give them to one of the other guys that was there?
No, I had it on me.
The guy's name is G. So you had it on you.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? Because you don't have them now.
Yeah. And then,
Who took them?
I don't know. After I was holding him while the gun was pointing at me, I put it right in front of me.
So someone came out and one of the sheriffs came out and pointed a gun at you, and you put him down?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you known this G guy for?
Probably this is my second time talking to him.
Second time?
Second or third time talking to him.
And this is your first time ever selling ecstasy?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing good up until this point.
Not doing good.
Well, I mean, I find that hard to believe that no one that you have never sold ecstasy before, and all of a sudden you come up with 2,000 pills your first time?
Well, it was from some guy owing me money. And then there's the only way he can pay me off.
Some guy owing you money? Well, how do you, I don't understand.
When I was working with my dad, my friend was, one of my friends were a gambler. I just kept on letting him borrow money, and after that I needed money because I started my own company. Doing the promoting stuff. And after that I was gonna try to get those, get my money back.
No, I'm still not understanding that. So you were lending one of your friends some money, and then you needed more money.
No, I don't want to need more money. He paid me back.
Okay, he paid you back. Okay.
And then he didn't have money, and then after that, he gave me that.
He gave you the 2,000 ecstasy pills? Because he owed you money.
Yeah.
Why would you want 2,000 ecstasy pills? So you could sell them?
I didn't
And make your money back, or what?
Truthfully, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I got it back, and then after that, he said, you can sell this for this much and get your money back. So I tried.
And you tell me you never sold ecstasy before?
No.
Where do you live?
I live in Oakland.
What's your address?
2430 Foothill Boulevard.
Is this the same one that's right here?
Yes, sir.
Who do you live there with?
My parents.
Your parents? Anybody else?
My parents, my sister, my family.
Which is you, your sister, and your parents?
Yeah.
Okay. If I go and get a search warrant, because I'm probably going to go and seek a search warrant tonight, okay?
Okay.
If I go and we go over there to your house, are we going to find more pills? There's your chance to be honest, like I'm saying.
Sure, sir.
Okay. How many are we going to find? About 3,000 at your house? Okay, where are they?
On my bed, under the blanket.
Okay. Does anybody in your family know you're selling, or that you have ecstasy in there? Is any one of your friends going to go in there and get rid of the ecstasy because they think you might not be calling them back or doing whatever?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. So if I go there right now or 5 hours from now, it shouldn't matter, they should still be there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any weapons in your house?
No, I don't.
Are your parents... Your parents don't know what you're doing?
No.
So your parents are law-abiding citizens?
Hmm?
Your parents are law-abiding citizens? They don't get into trouble? They're not...
No.
They don't have guns or anything like that?
No.
Your sister doesn't know what you're doing? Are you sure?
Yeah. My sister's only 10 years old, sir.
Oh, she's 10 years old? Okay. So, obviously, I know there's people calling your cell phone right now. Do you have anybody that's working with you that's going to get rid of these pills, or no? So they should just still be there then, huh? What about this G guy? Is he going to have any pills over at his house?
I don't know where he lives, sir.
You don't know where he lives?
I met up with him.
Who put you in contact with this guy G?
I met him in San Francisco.
You met him in San Francisco? Him and Gabe are making you out to be some big-time gangster.
I stopped that a long time ago.
Okay. What set were you claiming?
I was just hanging around with Jackson Boys.
Jackson Boys?
Yeah.
Is that a group over in Oakland?
That's in San Francisco.
Okay. I'll be straightforward with you. I'm not that big into gangs, but I'm just asking you.
Yeah, but
So you don't really hang with them no more?
That's all back then.
Back when?
When I was 14.
You're 14? How old are you now? 23?
23.
Okay. So you don't know that other guy that was there today, the white guy?
I just met him just today.
You met him yesterday?
Today.
Oh, today. So you guys, who'd you come over there with?
I met up with G and they came over here.
With G and someone else was in your car?
Yeah.
Who? Describe that guy for me.
He's big boned, long hair.
Okay, like a Hispanic looking dude?
Hispanic.
Okay. So it was the three of you, the guys that came over?
Mm-hmm.
You never came over with these guys before?
No, this
Over
is
to
the
this
first time I've seen
over to this Brookdale address?
No,
First time?
first time.
Did you ever sell the Jeep before?
Once.
Once before? How long ago was that?
About 2 weeks.
because he was coming over here?
I'm not sure what he was doing.
How many did you sell to him?
100.
100? Okay. How much were you selling 100 for?
$3.75. $3.75. $375.
Okay. So you, G, and that's okay. You, G, and this other Hispanic guy came over. So you never gave the pills to G, right? What was G's whole, deal tonight? Why was he involved in all this? He was.
Well, this was his deal. Whatever it is, he didn't have money, so he told me to come out with him. So I came out with him. That's why I'm here today.
So this was his deal, and he didn't have enough, and so you were supplying him. But this was his thing that he was arranging? Okay. What about the other white guy? Was he arranging it too, or no?
I believe that was with G. Whatever after that.
They were just kind of doing their thing? So are these guys work together, or what do they do?
I'm not sure. But today's my first time meeting him.
Okay. Does your parents own the house over there?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have a search warrant. You can just drive me over there. I'll go in the house and bring the stuff out to you. I don't know my parents know.
Okay.
You can go into
We
the
could
house.
maybe do that, but one of us would have to go in with you.
Yeah, not a problem.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can go do
Or
it.
probably two, just because we don't know you. You know what I mean?
I know. It's whatever I do. On my word, I can bring you into the house with me and give you the stuff. I don't want my parents knowing about it. I'm not going to stress me about it.
Your parents gonna be awake still?
They're asleep. Family's going through a lot. That's why I don't.
Okay. Appreciate your honesty. Okay? But you're not doing the right thing. I mean, I think you know that, right? Okay. Rather than going, like I said, don't have a search warrant yet, but I intend to go seek one. So, if you're saying that we can just go in there with your consent, and just get the rest of the pills, we'll leave the rest of your house alone. That way we won't disturb your parents. Okay? Basically walk in there just with you giving us consent, walk in there, get the pills, okay, and then we can leave. Okay? And that way we don't have to go over there and knock on the door and yell search warrant and have everything like tonight, right? Everyone had guns drawn and all that, right? If you can cooperate, you're being honest, which is the first part of it. You're cooperating, that's the second part of it. Okay? Then I can show you some respect by not going over and, tearing your house apart. But, we are going to need to get the pills. Okay? And you are going to get booked into jail. Okay? Okay. You get enough water?
Can I use the bathroom too?
In a few minutes, yeah. You go to the bathroom? Okay. There's no guns at your house, right? Dad's not going to come out with guns or nothing?
No.
Because hopefully they'll be in bed, huh?
They're going to be in bed. It's my sister, so.
Okay. Hang tight for me. I'll be back with you, okay?
Can I have another question?
Yeah.
This is my first time. After me giving you the pills and stuff, what happens?
Like I said, you'll get booked into jail, okay? You'll have the opportunity to bail out of jail, okay? I don't know what the bail is going to be, to tell you the truth. You're basically charged right now with 1 count of sales, okay? And possession for sale, okay? So 2 felonies. I'm not sure what the bail is. I think it's probably going to be somewhere, I don't know, around 10 grand maybe. Which I don't know if you know how bail. Well, you've been in jail before, so you know how bail works, right?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, you can call it bail. You can either come up with the 10. If it is 10 grand, you can come up with the 10 grand, and then you get out, but you have to come back for your court date. You know what I mean? If you can't afford the 10 grand, you can come up with 10% of that. Which, if it was 10 grand, it would be $1,000. and but you lose that $1,000. So that's kind of how that works. So we'll go down to Oakland. We'll get the rest of your pills. We'll come back and book you. As soon as we book you, they'll give you all the phone calls you want. You can call somebody, and you can.
Can I get a number on my phone?
Well, it's not going to be until we get the pills. Okay. After that, I can help you out. Yeah. All right. And that's where we go. And so after that, you get a court date, and you're being honest, and that's probably the best policy. Okay, is to be honest. So I would just continue doing what you're doing.
Can I ask you more questions after once I?
Yeah, let me go talk to somebody real quick, and then I'll come back in and I'll answer your questions for you. Okay?
Yeah. If it possible, if I just talk to you confidentially?
We can do that.
Thank you.
Hey, Scotty. Oh crap. I'm gonna need to talk to everybody else real quick, okay? And then we'll probably end up going to your house, okay? I need to talk to everyone else first. I'm gonna book everybody else, and then you're gonna go with us, okay? And then we can talk about, if you want to talk about some other stuff, okay? I think I know where you're headed with that, so. Hang tight. I'm gonna have to put you back in handcuffs, okay? And I'll take you back out there and I'll bring someone else in, so just bear with me for a minute here.
Excuse me, officer.
Do you think you're gonna be able to bail out tonight? Do you think you're gonna be able to make bail? Like I said, if it's, do you have any idea if you're gonna be able to make bail or not?
I can reach my uncle.
Huh?
I can reach my uncle.
Okay. Go ahead, stand up.
Can you spare it real quick? If that's possible. If it's not possible, it's okay.
All right, can you hold it for just a minute? I just gotta do some paperwork and then
No
you
problem.
gotta go roll bags. I really don't have any more in here.
It's
I can
okay.
take it.
It's okay.
I'll try to hurry up as soon as quickly as I can here, but I'm kinda
Not a problem, sir.
short-handed here. Just gonna take you out with the other deputy. You're just gonna hang out with him. I'll get these interviews done as fast as I can, and we'll scoot over to your house. So, come on this way. Actually, you know what? Come on over here for just a second. Let's see right there. Same side.
Excuse me.
No, I'll be right back, Gabe.
Okay.
You know what? I just realized
What's that?
I don't have any handcuff keys with me.
Okay.
You alright like that?
I've had them on for a while. I'm kind of used to it.
Okay, because
It's all
I
good.
don't have any handcuff
Don't worry
keys.
about it,
So
man. It's all
okay.
good.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
talk to you real quick, and then we'll do some paperwork. I'll let you know what's going on and all that.
Please let me go on.
Basically, yeah, probably gonna be. Oh, we'll talk to him now. Before we talk though, I'm gonna read your rights, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
I definitely understand.
Okay. Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
You have the right to the presence of an attorney before and during any questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you free of charge before any questioning if you want. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Having those rights in mind, do you want to talk to me about what's going on?
I have nothing to hide, so yeah. Go ahead
Okay.
and fire away, buddy.
Okay, cool.
What's your name, by the way?
First of all, I
officer?
was just getting into that.
Okay.
My name's Jesse, and I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
Okay? I don't know how to start this here. We have been following you around for a little while, Gabe.
Okay.
Okay? I know you live up at Brookdale there. Okay?
Okay.
And I know that you're selling E. Okay? And I know that G is selling E.
What?
Okay. G, your boy G, that you're hanging out tonight.
Okay.
The other guy that ran the other way.
Mm-hmm.
When I contacted you guys, that guy, right?
Okay.
Okay. I know that he sells E.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know that guy, so.
Okay. And then the other guy,
Honga.
yeah, no, the other guy, the Asian guy. I know that he sells E. Okay.
Yeah, my only boy is on guard. And my boy Jamie is the one that wanted me to meet him out there.
Me who?
Me.
Well, I know Jamie's involved with you guys too. I just don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, that boy told me I'm kicking it at the store. Come kick it with me.
Who did?
Jamie.
Okay. And
So
then what?
that's why I was hella scared when y'all like pulled a gun out. I didn't know what the hell was going on because I mean.
Why'd you run? Said Sheriff's Department. Why would you run?
Because you had your gun out, dude. Honestly, because I don't know. I've been shot at before, and I just have a phobia of
You've been
guns.
shot at before?
I'm from Richmond, so
You are?
like
Oh,
just being.
That explains
I
it.
have a phobia of guns, and honestly, just to be
So you
honest,
just
with
ran
you,
because you were scared.
I've been harassed by cops before.
Okay, well,
So
so you ran because you were scared. That's what
I'm
you're saying.
scared of cops.
Okay.
So I mean, and
So what was going on tonight with all you guys who were selling ecstasy?
I don't know what the fuck was going on, boy. All I
Hey,
know.
Gabe, I'm not here to
I know.
BS, bro.
No, I know. And
Seriously, I know what was going on tonight. Okay?
I know. I mean, I
Hey,
wish you would share with
no,
me.
No, Gabe. I know what was going on tonight, okay? I'm not going to sit here and listen to any nonsense, okay?
Okay.
You're under arrest right now for multiple sales counts of ecstasy. Okay?
It's very possible that
I have you
was
on
in the
video.
wrong-
I have you on the wire. I have you in all kinds of stuff, okay? Doing all sorts of things. And I have multiple people telling me that you're selling E. I have over at least three people telling me that you're selling E. And I have you on the wire, okay, and everything else. You're selling E, okay? I already know this, so I'm not going to sit here and, listen to any nonsense, because I do know exactly what was going on tonight, okay?
Okay.
So either
Yeah,
you can be honest with me,
Yeah.
and we can start being honest right now, or I'm just going to book you in jail.
Okay, I know.
So I'll leave it up to you.
I've been trying to be honest with you guys the whole entire time.
Okay?
Okay.
So you've been selling E.
No.
You have not been selling E.
I do E occasionally. You know what I'm saying? I do.
Mhm.
I've had a drug problem for a while, but I keep it under control. I've quit drinking. I don't.
Where do you
do
get your E
as
from?
much. Just different random friends. You know.
So you've never sold E before.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, there's been times where I've been with my friends and I've had a few extras, and if they want to like not go through the hassle, I'll fucking give them one. You know what I'm saying? But no. I smoke weed and I take E sometimes, and it's very possible. I mean, and I've been told this many of times that obviously, I mean, and this is why I don't do like any other drugs. I probably should not fuck with that at all. But it just puts you in the wrong place. You know what I mean? Puts you in the fucking wrong place. So obviously, I was in the wrong goddamn place. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not, dumb, you're not dumb.
So who you consider your friend? G is your friend?
On God is my friend, and Jamie is an acquaintance. And I was just, kicking it with him. That boy hit me up. I was just sitting at the house just watching TV, so.
Jamie hit you up?
Yeah.
And you came down to kick it with him?
I was standing right where you guys, I went down the street, I came up the street.
Well, who had the ecstasy tonight? There's a lot of ecstasy out there tonight.
I have not seen any ecstasy.
You didn't know anything about any ecstasy going on tonight?
I know people be having it sometimes, but...
You didn't know anybody out there had it tonight?
I don't ask anybody any
questions. You got 3 ecstasy dealers and some guy I don't know about, and you're telling me that there wasn't any ecstasy sales going on, huh?
Who doesn't know about?
The guy Jamie that I told you.
Oh.
I've seen him hanging out with you a few times, but I don't know what his story is. But I know what your story is. And I know that you sell E more than you're letting on.
Okay.
Okay?
So
I'll give you one last chance to be honest, and then I'm just going to take you up to jail. Okay? Because basically I have a very solid case on you, and you can just go and, you can talk to your attorney about it and all that. And because I just don't really have time tonight, to tell you the truth. I mean,
yeah,
no offense, but I know you sell E, and I know you sell it a lot more than you're letting on to me. And if you don't want to tell me about it, that's your right. But I'm telling you that I'll even tell you right now. I have you on. I'm taking a video of this right now. Okay.
Oh, I know. There's a camera right there.
Okay. I'll be straight up with you. Just like I'm being straight up about the whole thing. Okay.
I know, and that's why I'm trying to be honest with you too.
Okay. Well, then tell me about what was going on tonight. First of all, we'll start with being honest about that.
I already told you what was going on.
No, you didn't.
Jamie called me.
Tell me exactly what was going on tonight.
Jamie called me because he was out there, and he wanted me to come kick it with him.
Why? So that G could come over?
Well, I mean, I'm sitting in the cop car trying to think of what the hell happened, because I asked you guys a few times, and I'm thinking that boy must have been trying to meet them or something.
Why are you introducing them? Because I got this guy, like I said, I've been following you around for a while, and I've never seen those two kicking it.
I don't know if they kick it. I couldn't tell you if they did or if they didn't. You know what I'm saying? I kick it with On God occasionally, and I kick it with Jamie on a rare occasion.
Okay, so that's it. You're sticking your story?
That's what you asked me. I'm just kind of telling you what I know. I did not see any ecstasy tonight.
Okay, what about before?
I've seen ecstasy before. Yeah.
On who? On Jamie, On God, or the Asian guy?
Well, me and On God have partied before, so like...
So you've seen him with E?
We've just done it together.
Okay.
Before.
You've never seen him sell it? You never bought it off him?
No, I mean, basically, like, just to kind of explain, like, within my friends, like, if On God's friend wanted something, or if I did, you know what I'm saying, or if, I don't know, people share with each other. That's all it really comes down to. And sad thing is, things have value.
What's the most you've ever sold? You say you sell a bit here and there.
I probably sold, I don't know, like, I don't even know. I probably have not even, I just give it to my friends. And if they want
well, let me tell you, under
the
penal code, health and safety code, actually, it's under 11379. You give it away, you transport it, you offer to sell it, you sell it. Any of those are all the same charge. So you can tell me you're giving away, and I understand what you're saying, but I'll tell you that's the same charge.
Yeah.
As
okay.
selling.
Well, you just asked me. I wanted to be honest with you.
Right. So I'm just letting you know. So how many have you given away or sold or whatever? All of the above.
I mean, maybe just like one.
Maybe one.
Or two. You feel me? It doesn't.
I feel you, but I feel like you're lying to me, and I know you're lying to me actually.
It doesn't take a lot of ecstasy to have an effect on someone.
Okay. Like I said, I don't have time. This same videotape is going to go in front of the jury, and all the other evidence that I told you about me having you on video selling a lot of ecstasy, me having you on the wire selling a lot of ecstasy, all that's going to go to the jury and the judge and your attorney and the DA's office. All that's going to be presented, in a case against you. And then they're going to look at this video, and they're going to see you lying right to me, and I don't think anybody's going to appreciate that. Okay? With that said, I'm done unless you want to be straight up with me.
Well, I mean... You asked me
what
I know.
That's it then?
Okay.
Unless you want to admit to me what I already know is true, that you sell a lot of ecstasy, and you have in the recent past, then we're done.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
Thanks for that.
Okay, that's all right. Come on out. I'm just going to take you out here and get the paperwork done. take your dress off first. Go ahead and step in and I'll take your dress off. You're gonna be cool, right?
Yes, sir.
Feel better?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and take a seat there. You alright?
Yes, sir.
My name is Jesse. I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office here in Marin County, okay? I'm going to read your rights, and then and hopefully we can talk about what's going on tonight. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand? Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to the presence of an attorney before and during any questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you free of charge before any questioning if you want. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, you want to talk to me about what's going on?
About what happened?
About what's going on tonight and about what's been going on, you know, for a while here. I got a lot of information about you, and I'd like to talk to you about it. I'd like to discuss that with you. I'd like some honesty out of you, okay, because I know a lot about what's going on, okay? So I'm just asking you if you want to talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right now you're under arrest, okay, for what was going on tonight. I got a pretty good idea. As a matter of fact, I know exactly what was going on tonight, okay? Like I said, I've known about you for quite a while now, okay?
How long?
Quite a while. I'm not going to go into too many details, okay? But I know exactly what you're doing. I know about you and Gabe, okay? I know you guys are working together. I know you guys are selling E. You're under arrest for multiple sales counts, okay, of ecstasy.
Multiple?
Multiple. Okay? So that's what's going on my side of the ball. I want to hear in your own words, okay, about what was going on tonight.
I was just taking somebody to meet somebody else.
Okay, and who were you taking?
I'd rather not say.
You'd rather not say? Okay, so I already have a few of my partners that are out there saw you, the Asian guy, and the Hispanic guy come rolling up in the car.
Yes, sir.
So you're taking either the Asian guy or the Hispanic guy to come over here to meet somebody.
Yes, sir.
To sell ecstasy.
I'd rather not say.
Rather not say? Okay. Well, what's your nickname?
I don't know.
You don't go by G? So Gabe was just telling me you go by G. Gabe, the guy I was just talking to?
G?
He said you go by G.
I'm sorry.
You don't go by G? You just go by On God?
Yes, sir.
Where do you live?
In El Sobrante.
El Sobrante, what's your address?
3544 Morningside Drive.
Okay. Who all lives there with you?
My little brother, my mother, and my father.
Okay. They're doing a search warrant over your house right now.
Okay.
Did you know that? I think someone talked to you about that, right? Okay. So I think they were going to do it kind of low-key. They said, you said, hey, my parents don't know nothing, and, you know, all that stuff, and I think they're doing it low-key.
They're totally going to cooperate.
Okay. Yeah, sounds...
I don't have anything at my house.
You're still not going to find anything at your house?
No, sir. I don't have anything.
Okay. You just stay in a room there, or what?
Just in I only have my room.
Okay. Here's the thing. On God?
On God.
On God, okay. I want to pronounce it right. I got a lot of evidence against you, okay? I have you on video doing sales counts. I'm not talking about tonight. I know what happened tonight, but I don't have you on video tonight. But I have you some other times on video, and I know that you're selling E, okay? I have E that you have sold in the past in an evidence locker somewhere.
That I have sold?
Yep. Okay. I'm just trying to let you know what's going on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I know that you're selling. I have a ton of evidence against you that says that you're selling. Okay. What I'm basically asking you to do is to let me know what's going on and to be honest about it, because this is your time to be honest. Because if you go to court right now and you hear all my evidence about the E that you've been selling, and then, you know, I go in there saying he denied everything, he wasn't honest about it, it just doesn't look good on your part.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But if you can go in there and you can listen to all the evidence, because I know you're selling E, and you'll get the chance to see all this evidence. Your lawyer will show it all to you, all my reports that I've been writing,
Yes, sir.
you know, over the last however many months. Okay, and you're gonna be like, you know what? I should have just been honest, because he had me. He had me pinned. He knew what I was doing. You know. So I'm asking you to be honest. If you don't want to be honest and let me know what's going on, then I'll just let you see all the evidence, and we can go about it that way.
All I can tell you, sir, is I was taking someone to meet someone else.
I know you were doing that. I know the E wasn't on you tonight. I know. We seen all that stuff go down, man. Did you see how fast we were there?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, you went boogieing. I seen you running. I chased Gabe this way. They chased you that way. You went under the car. I was right there, man.
Yes,
I know you didn't have the pills on you tonight. I know you had the ones that were under the car. Right?
yes, sir.
Okay. And they collected all that stuff, and, you know, you're charged with that, for one. Why'd you run? Think you're gonna get caught?
No, you wouldn't get caught.
Just got scared or what? Gabe ran too. Got boogied right through the field. Everyone started running. It was a mess. How many E-pills did you have on you that you threw under the car? Or that were ended up under the car?
I don't even know.
How many do you think? I really didn't see. I just kind of peeked under there. About 30.
30.
You don't think they're going to find it? I mean, they're not going to find anything at your house? You don't have another 20 or 30 or 100 or anything?
I don't have anything
Nothing?
in my house, sir.
Okay. So you're taking someone to meet someone. Okay. I know that. Okay, like I said, I know that, you know, you didn't have, there's a lot of E-pills that were found there tonight, and I know that they weren't from you.
No, sir.
I know that. I'm going to be straight up with you, you know.
No, sir, they were not.
Okay. But what I do want to know about is about your past dealings with Gabe, because I know that you have been dealing with him, and I know when you've been dealing with him.
I haven't really been dealing with him.
Well, you've been dealing with him. You've been selling a lot of ecstasy to him.
No, I haven't.
Well, who have you been selling ecstasy to?
I haven't been.
I've seen your car at Brookdale. Be straight up with me, dude. I'm telling you.
Brookdale.
That's where we were tonight, at Gabe's
Oh,
house.
Gabe is
That's,
one of my old friends.
okay, well, that's
I
Gabe's
used to-
house.
Yeah, I come to Gabe's house a lot of the time, just to chill, just kick back a beer or two, play some cards. I don't, every time it's not business, every time I come to talk to Gabe. I mean, I've known Gabe since I was in the 7th grade.
Really?
Yes, sir.
A long time, huh?
Is there any way I could have some water, please?
Yeah, I can get you some water. I'm by myself, so
I'm sorry.
I can't really run around. I got 3 other people out there. I got a lot of paperwork to do, you know what I mean? But I'll get you some when I get a minute. I got one more interview to do, and then the other guy. Who's the other guy? Hispanic guy? Is that your friend of yours?
That's my friend Martin.
What's his story?
He had nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
He just wanted to take a ride with me.
He knows what's going on, though.
He does now.
So, I mean, you didn't say it's the Asian guy, but it's the Asian guy. You said you're bringing someone over to meet someone, and you said your friend Martin has nothing to do with it. That only leaves the other guy.
Well, you guys saw who had the pills.
Right.
And who had the money.
So you're telling me you brought him over here just to meet somebody, right? I already know what's going on, man. It ain't that hard.
I
understand you do.
That's one of your own words. I don't want to foul it up. Know what I mean?
I understand you do.
This is your words. This is going to go in my report. And you can sit here and, goof it off, or you can tell me, hey, I messed up.
Well, in my words, I brought somebody over here to meet somebody else. That's all I did. I was not selling any pills at all. I ran because I was scared. I've been in jail before, and it's the worst place I've ever been in my life. And I don't want to go back, but I understand that I am back. I had a job interview the day after tomorrow, and I was about to get my life straight again, and now I guess I'm not.
I hear that every time I arrest somebody.
I understand.
I'm not bagging on you. I'm just saying. I honestly, almost every time, not every time, but it's always, I was just gonna do it, but then the greed sets in, and then everyone goes back to selling their dope, whatever dope that may be. Okay.
Yes, sir, but I wasn't selling it.
Okay. How many times have you brought the Asian guy over before?
Never.
Never? It's the first time? First time you brought him over? When was the last time you sold to Gabe?
I can't remember.
Last week? 2 weeks ago?
No.
3 weeks ago?
No.
Come on, dude.
I can't remember.
Remember the night you got pulled over on 580 just before the bridge?
Yes, sir.
That was because of me. That was because you sold ecstasy that night, and I had you pulled over because I want to know who you were.
I did not sell ecstasy that night.
Yeah, you did.
No, sir.
I already know you did, on God.
I did not. I thought that was a bullshit pullover, too.
Oh, dude, you were coming up hot in the number 2 lane, the second lane. You were speeding. You come up on this semi, and you're passing a guy in this lane, and then you jump in between the two.
Yeah.
Without using your blinker.
I wasn't speeding, it was because...
You think I was lying about having you pulled over, huh? I was right behind you.
I wasn't speeding, it was because I didn't use my blinkers while he pulled me over.
I also seen you blow lights going down the parkway at about 80 miles an hour. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. What are you driving like that for, man?
I was trying to get my friend home. Not really home.
Bad way, man. You end up killed that way. It's a good way to kill someone else, too.
Yes, I understand, sir.
I know a lot about you, man. And I know that you're lying to me. Because I know you sell ecstasy. And I know you've been hooking it up over here in San Rafael. Okay?
Yes,
so this is your last chance to be honest. I'm going to give you one more chance to be honest. Because I already know what's going on. Okay? You can go and you're going to get all the evidence from your lawyer. You know, you can read all my reports and all that stuff. And you're going to see exactly what's going on. And I'm just giving you a chance right now to be honest. You know, if you don't want to be honest, then that's your choice.
All I can tell you, sir, is I brought someone out here to meet someone else. And the last time I was in San Rafael, I was not selling pills.
So you tell me you never sold pills to Gabe before? No?
No, I'd rather not say.
You'd rather not say that?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you back in handcuffs, okay? I'm going to take you back out to the car.
Yes,
I just got to talk to one more person, the other guy.
Yes, sir.
And,
once again, Martin had nothing to do with it. He just wanted to take a ride with me.
okay. I'm just going to talk to him real quick then, and then I'll finish up the paperwork, and then we're going to go and book you up in jail, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and sit down.
Could you leave that one loose a little bit?
Yeah, that one's pretty loose, huh?
Is
that cool? Let me lock these so I don't get any tighter on there.
Please.
Okay, come on out. right here.
Where you want me to sit at, sir?
Here, let me take these off for you.
Oh.
All right, go ahead and have a seat, man.
And,
Right there, yeah. Sorry.
Oh.
What's your name?
Martin Del Torre.
Martin?
Yeah.
My name's Jesse. I'm a detective with the sheriff's office over here in Marine. Okay. Where you from?
Where I live at?
Yeah.
I live in Richmond, California.
In Richmond?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now you're under arrest for a few charges, and I'll get into that in a minute, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But first I'm going to read your rights, because I want you to understand them before we talk, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand? Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
You have the right to the presence of an attorney before and during any questioning. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you free of charge before any questioning if you want. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Having these rights in mind, do you want to talk about what's going on? About what's going on tonight and, you know, all that stuff that went down tonight and what you know about it or what you might not know about it.
Really, I mean, I don't know what was going on because, you know, my friend Ungod, he was just like, you want to take a ride with me? He came by my house and he was like, grab a sweater for me. Grab a sweater and I hop in his car and we just go and see the other guy, the Asian guy, up at a gas station, and he hopped in the car
Where
with
was
us.
that?
This was in Richmond.
Okay.
And then he was just like, we're going to take a ride to San Rafael, and I was just like, you know, whatever. I was already in the car with him, but I didn't know what was going on or nothing. And we got over here, and this happened.
Did you ever get out of the car when you were over here?
No.
No?
I mean, I don't know none of them people.
All these guys sell E, and I've been talking to them about that already. That's why you're in here last. I don't have any, I don't know if you're selling E or not, to tell you the truth. Are you selling E?
No.
You're hanging out with a bunch of people that do.
I mean, like
bad,
I said, I don't know none of them. But,
bad crowd to be hanging out with.
I don't know none of them, but the Indian.
And he sells E.
Well,
I know he sells
I
E.
ain't fuck with him no more.
You don't fuck with what?
I mean, I ain't messing with him no more. Like I said,
With what? With E or with
With
Ungod?
him, with Ungod.
What do you mean anymore? You're with him tonight.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know he was, you know.
Do you use drugs at all?
No.
You don't use drugs? You never use
Smoke,
drugs?
I mean, smoke weed and drink.
Yeah. You never use no E?
No.
You never use any methamphetamine? No? Any cocaine?
Mm-mm. In the past, I mean, I tried it before.
So we found a meth pipe sitting right next to you in that car. That's one of the things you're under arrest for. Found a little meth pipe. You're sitting on the passenger side of where we arrested you at, right? Of that little Nissan, of Ongod's car. And right in the door frame there, right next to you, where we arrested you, was a meth pipe. That's one of the things that you're under arrest for. Okay? You're telling me you don't smoke meth? If I had someone come in here and test you out, are they going to say that you've been smoking meth, or that you're under the influence of it, or that you've used it in the last couple of days? Because I'll have one of my partners come in here and do that if you don't want to be honest with me.
What can I say? I mean,
It's not a crime to have used in the past. I'm just trying to get some honesty out of you. You know what I mean? If you used meth in the past, then that's not a crime.
I mean,
It's not a
like I
good
said,
thing,
in the
obviously.
past, yeah.
Well, you didn't tell me you smoked meth in the past. You just said you did a little coke.
Well,
So you have
I
used
said I
meth.
tried it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. What about your prints? Prints are going to be on the meth pipe, huh? It's a
Well,
glass.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it was handed to me, but yeah.
It was handed to you? From who?
From the other person.
What other person?
The driver.
The driver on God? So he smokes meth? Don't know? When did he hand it to you?
Before he left, I don't know what he was going to go do.
You don't know what he was over here to do?
I mean, I really didn't know, you know, he's, like I said, you know, he called me on the phone, he was like, you know, take a ride with me real quick, and I was like, take a ride? I was like, I guess. He was supposed to go to San Francisco, go to strip club, go have fun, but I guess he had to come do this first, or I don't know what was going on.
What do your arms say? I can't. SUC. Oh, sucker? Sucker free. Oh, okay. You associate with any gangs?
No, sir.
No? What about on God?
Not that I know
What about this other Asian guy you guys came over here with?
of. Not that, like I said, I don't know none of them, but on God.
Have you used meth today?
Have I used meds today?
Yeah. If one of my partners comes in here and balances out your eyes, let me check out your eyes real quick. Have you been using meth today? I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to book you on that, but I want to know straight up if you have been using meth today.
I mean,
Have you smoked meth today?
no, but
Last night?
Last night, no. Probably like yesterday, maybe during the day, probably I did.
Okay.
But
So you don't
I
feel
mean,
like you're under the influence of it right now?
No.
So if you had it yesterday afternoon, you would not be under the influence of it
I
right
mean,
now?
maybe, but this is probably still be my system.
It'd probably be still in your system, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a big difference between being in your system and being under the influence, right?
Yeah.
So you don't think you're under the influence right now? Okay. Is that your meth pipe?
Is that mine?
Be straight up. It's a misdemeanor charge, dude. It was right next to you. Your fingerprints are on it. You even told me they're going to be on it. Is it your pipe, or did your friend give it to you? Just be honest about it. That's all I'm asking.
Well, I mean, you could say it's mine, then. I mean, that's.
No, I want to know whose it was. Was it on God's or was it yours? I'm not here to assume anything. I want to get the truth. Is it yours or not?
Well, yeah.
Yeah? Is that the one you smoked out of yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
So you and On God just share it, kind of. So it's whoever's pipe. So you guys both have it. I guess. Is what I'm kind of getting from you. Yeah? Okay. Here's a scoop. I know On God sells ecstasy. I know you hang out with him a lot. I know Gabe sells ecstasy. I know the Asian guy sells ecstasy. And I have some information about you. Just information. I'm not going to get into specifics about it. But I want to know what your relationship is with all these guys. You told me, okay, the Asian guy you don't really know, right?
I mean, I don't know him.
But I know you know On God real well. And so if you know him real well, you know what he's doing.
On God, I've known him since, like, back in school or whatever, when I first moved out to Richmond. But, no, I mean, we're cool, you know.
You're cool. You know what he's doing. He's selling
Yeah,
it.
but, you know, I don't get into that.
I'm not saying you're selling it. I'm just saying you know what he's doing. You know what he's coming over for. I mean, you don't just sit there in a car and have these guys get out and meet up with some other guys, and they're selling E, man. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. That's why we're all here tonight. That's why you've been sitting in cuffs for the last hour, because your partner there is selling E. So all I'm asking you is to be honest with me about it, because I already know what's going on. By talking to all those guys out there, they already told me. Everyone's told me we picked up the Asian guy had all the pills. On God was setting it up with the other guy Gabe,
Yeah,
and his partners
I could
with.
have told you that too, you know.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying.
From the phone calls that I heard, you know, on the way over here.
Right. Who's calling who?
I heard one guy called Gabe, and, you know, I seen the Asian guy hop in the car with a little bag, whatever. I didn't know what was in there. I mean, it could have been E, it could have been a gun. I mean, I didn't know what it was in there, you know.
Right.
And I was just like, all right, you know, I didn't say nothing on the right. I just heard one guy talk to Gabe. And he was like, yeah, we'll meet me here, whatever. And we pull up to the spot, I guess, and they got off and they, you know, they were doing what they do. I was just basically waiting because we were going to go to strip club.
Okay. See? That's more like it. I already knew that stuff. I just want you to be honest. I want to see where you're coming
I
from.
could have told you that, you know.
Okay. Same story I'm getting from everyone else. It's a lot better to be honest, because when you go to court, at least you can say, hey, at least I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what about the last couple of weeks when you and On God been coming over here? And meeting up with Gabe a couple weeks ago, I seen you and On God come over here.
Me?
Oh, I seen you in his car, yeah. Oh, yeah.
To San Rafael?
Huh?
So here's San Rafael? To
Yeah.
I haven't been over here.
What was your name again?
Martin
Martin, what was your last name?
De La Torre. I haven't been over here.
Hold on one sec, okay? I'll be right back. Okay. This isn't you?
No,
Do you know who this is?
I've seen him before with Unga.
Have you seen him before with Angad?
Yeah.
So this is a buddy of Angad's.
Mm-hmm. Water, sir?
Yeah, I can get you some in a minute. Is he associated with? Is he selling E with Angad or what?
I believe he be a lot with Unga. Like when you told me you see me with Unga a lot, I'm like, you see me?
Well, I think I thought this was you.
No, sir.
No?
No.
That's not you.
Mm-mm.
I didn't think it was you either. I thought it was before. That's why I was saying that to you.
Yeah, you seem kind of tired.
So yeah, I'm tired, man. I haven't slept in a while. So you never been over here to Santa Fe with him before?
Mm-mm. Never. That's why when you told me, I
So you
was
didn't
shocked.
know what's going on, huh?
No.
You just know that he's doing his thing and you're hanging out.
I mean, like I said,
Going to the
he
strip
called,
club?
he called me, so he want to take a ride to the strip club tonight. I was like, well, sure, we go out, for a little bit. Why not? But he never told me San Rafael. He never told me he had to come do something. Or I would have been like, you know what, I'll stay home, you go do what you do, and I'll wait for you here, and we can go after.
And then you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but he was like, we're going to the strip club, so I was like, all right,
Well, at what point did you know that they were, I mean, you said they were making phone calls and stuff,
Well,
trying to set it
that
up.
was like on the way,
It's after you're already in the car, though,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, I was already in the car, and we're already like, kind of like about to hop on the freeway to get the bridge to come here.
And Angad started calling Gabe.
Yeah, yeah.
What about the Asian guy? What was he saying?
I mean, he wasn't really saying nothing. He was just sitting in the back.
You just saw him get in with a bag and
Yeah.
figured it was something.
Figured there was something in there, I said there could be a gun, it could be drugs. I said, I don't know. I don't really want to get into that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with you yet. Okay, I got to talk to my sergeant.
Okay.
And then I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right? You're charged with the pipe, which is just a misdemeanor. Okay? Methamphetamine is a highly, highly addictive drug. I don't know how long you've been doing it for.
Not long.
But it's people, every time I talk to anybody that's doing that, they're all right at the beginning and they just go downhill real fast. So I would strongly urge you to never smoke it again. Okay? I know a lot of people lives have been messed up by that stuff, and a lot of families have been destroyed. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, that is some bad stuff. You need to stay away from that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You need to stay away from people like this that are selling stuff. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna put the cuffs back on you, take you outside. I got a bunch of paperwork I'm gonna do, and then I'll talk to my sergeant and I'll figure out what I got going on with you. Okay?
All right, so you think get some water?
We'll get some when we get out this way.
Should I take this cup?
No, that was someone else's. I'll see if I can find you another one. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, lock them so you don't try to fall. Okay.
I feel bad for you, man. You look tired. You look exhausted.
Yeah, I'm a little tired, but I'll sleep in tomorrow,
Yeah.
was something like one of your friends left something in your room, and we arrested your friend for ecstasy or something, and he said he left it in your room. We don't have to tell your parents what's going on, but we're obviously gonna have to contact them if we're gonna go in your house. You know what I mean? But we also don't have to, since you're being cooperative. We're not gonna, do anything to your house. Okay? So just hang tight in here. I gotta finish up this paperwork. As soon as I get a partner, take you to the bathroom. Okay?
So then we're not gonna go to my house.
Huh?
Somebody else is gonna do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. It's an officer safety thing. My boss is saying that it's just gonna be us. Okay? So we'll do that and go from there. All right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. And we can talk still. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We'll talk. Let me do the paperwork and then we'll talk. Okay?